Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Radhikaya Priyatmane Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Shri Krishna Lila Katane Sudaksham Madhu Naityayuktam Varam Varenyam Purushamantam Narayam Shirasanam Sridandinam Bhakta Shiromanischa Sri Krishna Padabhya Vrudhi Chaitanya Leela Sarasaram Narayanatam Satam Prapati Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Sri Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Ram Hare Hare. Let me offer my millions of blessings for the sweet of Gurudev, upon the work, nomination of Santana, and all the Bhuta, Bhavisha, Vartaman. All the Vaishnava Tavat Dandavat Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo. Yesterday was Namacharya Srila Thakur disappearing day. Today is Purnima, Sri Vishwarupa Mahostsava. Today is also day Swami Maharaj took sannyas at Mathura, Keshavji Gaudiya Math. So, very amazing day. Gurudev, very fondly recalling so many years ago, Swami Maharaj, when he came to Mathura, that time Gurudev had 2 rooms. One room he was staying, other room he said requested him to stay, and then he was telling his god brother, Param Gurudev Bhakti Prajnan Keshav Goswami is going to come soon, and he was inspiring to take sannyas. So that time Swami Maharaj very fondly, what he says is, he was quoting one sloka that Yashaham anugraha arishe tad dhanam sanai tato dhanam tyajanti asya swajana dukkha dukkitham. So Supreme Lord is telling, if I especially favor someone, I gradually deprive him of his wealth. Then the relatives and friends of such a poverty-stricken man abandon him. In this way, he suffers one distress after another. Those whom I accept, I make them street beggars. So I fear that would be my fate. See, this is what Swami Maharaj is telling. Huh? Good. I thought I have a good family, my wife and my sons and daughters. What will become of them? Now I am very wealthy. But if that happens, what will become of them? See, actually, he's a Mahabhagavat. He's coming from the spiritual world. He's an eternal associate of the Lord. But he is telling all this to show how the ordinary people think and go through. You know? He's showing how to overcome the Maya. This is what. So then now Gurudev is telling 1926 or so. Before he met Swami Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Swami Maharaj. So 1 or 2 months after taking Diksha, he became a manager of Bengal Chemical. Later he left that and came to Allahabad, where his own business called Prayag. That business failed. Then he started a very large medical shop, and after 1 year it also failed. Then he began to advertise medicines as a medical representative. That failed. And he became a poor like a beggar. Then he came here to Mathura to sell his medicines, and in the meantime I requested him, what are you doing? You have not come to this world to sell medicine. You are a representative of Krishna and Mahaprabhu. You should remember who you are and take sannyasa. You are a friend of my Gurudeva, very bosom friend. He is just about to come here. He will be here in about 4 or 5 days. So please be prepared to take sannyas. Muni Maharaj was there. You have seen the picture, right? Swami Maharaj, then Muni Maharaj, and in the center, Bhakti Prajnan Keshav Goswami. After the sannyas, the photo is there. You see that Muni Maharaj. He was 95 years old. He told Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj, if we take this renounce order, then I must take it with you. In this way, he very much inspired. Soon our Gurudeva came and told him, why are you not compelling him? So our Gurudev is telling Param Gurudev, why are you not compelling him? He cannot disobey you. He is your bosom friend. You must insist that he takes the sannyasa. Then one day, Gurudeva and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj were sitting in Gurudeva's room and were joking and talking with each other. I went there and requested my Gurudev, why are you not telling him to take sannyas? My Gurudeva said, oh, now it is the time, best time to take sannyas. You should not fear. What was to be done has already been done. Your wife has left you, your sons have left you, and everyone else has left. Your wealth is gone, now you are like a street beggar. He became ready and took sannyas in the middle of the Gurudev showing that room in front of the deities. His own deity Mahaprabhu is also here with Radha Krishna, the deity from Jhansi. See, Mahaprabhu, see, it's amazing how these things happen, Our Param Gurudev established Radha Krishna. Of course, in Gaudiya Math, we will also have Gauranga Mahaprabhu. That means he knew that Gauranga deity was going to come, so he did not. Then after that installation, what happened was Swami Maharaj was started a center in Jhansi, Madhya Pradesh, League of Devotees. So, and he had a Mahaprabhu deity. After that Jhansi thing failed, he came back to Mathura. He gave the deity to Swami Maharaj, Bhakti Prajnan Keshav Goswami, Gurudev, and also to Gurudev. So he put that there. So even now that deity is there. But that means Param Gurudev knew this. He's going to come, it will happen, amazing. Then our Gurudev is telling, I was the priest. I made his danda, uttariya, sannyas upper clothes and all other items. And I taught him how to use them. Though he was so much senior to me, though he was my Shiksha Guru, I also became his Shiksha Guru in this, how to make sannyas, how to take sannyas and how to use all these paraphernalia. Kirtan was performed by Srila Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj and Sheshashahi and so many were chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. During the ceremony, Kirtan was also always going on. Krishnadas Babaji was continually performing Kirtan. See, Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati disciple. He is expert, always chanting. That's all he does. His bhajan kutir is there in Navadvip, where Bhaktivinoda Thakur's samadhi is there, And then Gaur Kishore Das Babaji bhajan kutir is also there, Godrumadipa. So that Krishnadas Babaji, he was amazing. Even when so then after that, Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj began to preach in Agra. Then he went to Delhi. Then he came to Vrindavan, to Radha Damodar, in order to receive the blessings of Srila Rupa Goswami. He stayed there, very near to him. In Radha Damodar temple, where Rupa Goswami's Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi, both are there, opposite. At that time, he was also penniless. I would go there and give him my chadar to sit on. He had no bed, practically no other possessions. It was very simple. Somehow he would make chapatis. He would roll them and I would put them on the fire and cook them with ghee. He knew how to make beautiful and tasteful preparations, and he would teach others. From his letters, I came to know that he himself would cook and teach others how to cook delicious preparations. He would write to me from New York, please send very sweet peda from Mathura, not less than 10 kilos. Now Mathura is famous for Mathura pedas, the sweet. Especially you senior devotees should remember his pastime. How he was a very strong personality. How he preached throughout the world in a couple of years. Established so many preaching centers and wrote and published a variety of books in many languages. He did parikrama the entire world about 12 times. And now he is ordering me, he should do it more than I did. He is arranging everything and he is always calling me. You have done it 10 times, now we should complete at least 15 times. Wow. Sometimes the Guru wants to make his disciples look greater than himself. And then he becomes very happy. He says, my disciple is preaching so much here and there. He is like a father. When Maharaj Dasharatha heard that Ramchandra was very strong and could defeat the entire world, he was extremely happy. When Nanda Maharaj heard that his son Krishna has lifted Govardhan for 7 days on the little finger of his left hand, he became so happy and said, oh, my son is victorious. A guru becomes so happy if his disciples are qualified. My Gurudeva will also be very happy if I am going here and there. He will shower his mercy on me. And Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj also like this. So, then Gurudev is telling the history, how he met Swami Maharaj. I met Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj. Oh, came so quickly. 1946 in Calcutta. First time our Gurudev met Swami Maharaj, 1946. Before ISKCON was established. He was apparently simply a Grihastha Vaishnava. He had been a friend of my Gurudeva since 1923. My Gurudev was somewhat senior because he joined Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada in 1916. He left his university studies and everything else in 1918. And at that time, he fully joined. Then in 1923, see, Abhay Charan Day was initiated by Srila Prabhupada. First Harinam and then Diksha initiation. 1941, our Guru Maharaj established Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was also one of the establishers. From the beginning, therefore, as one of the founders, he was very intimate with Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti. When I met him in 1946, there was no ISKCON. He was alone. But he was serving his Gurudeva, Srila Prabhupada, so many ways. When I saw him, I was very attracted. This is my intrinsic nature. That person who is a friend of my Gurudeva, who helped my Gurudeva, who has done a little service for my Gurudeva, who glorifies my Gurudeva, I like that devotee very much and can give my life for him. I saw that although my Gurudeva was a sannyasi and Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj was a Grihastha, Gurudeva gave him the same seat as himself, never gave him a lower or inferior seat. The devotion of any person is the only standard of how much we should respect him. My Gurudeva was giving very much importance to this person, and therefore I also accepted him that way. I thought he must be someone special, some qualification compels my Gurudeva to honor him so much. I therefore began to serve him, and he was also very attracted to me. At that time, I was very young, only 25 years old, but he would talk with me in a friendly way. I know him very well. He had a strong character and never feared anyone. He was like a lion, like his Prabhupada and like our Gurudeva. He would cut all the arguments of the Mayavadis, Sahajiyas, and non-bona fide gurus. He never tolerated their misconceptions and he made no compromise with them. He was very strong. At that time, Dr. Radha Krishna was the president of India. He was like, I think, almost first president of India. He was one of the intellectual giants of the entire world and a very learned person, especially in Mayavada philosophy. He wrote an article about Bhagavad Gita and where he said that Krishna's soul is Krishna, but his body is not his soul. There is some difference between the possessor and the possession. In reply, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj wrote a very powerful article in our Bhagavad Patrika magazine, and it was sent to that President of India. In that article, he challenged all his arguments and said, "You can reply and try to defeat my arguments. I am not writing to you as a President of India, but I am writing to you because you are a learned person of Advaitavada philosophy. The philosophy of absolute oneness taught by Shankaracharya, and whose conclusion is Advaita Siddhanta." Dr. Radhakrishna could not reply. Such persons cannot reply. He also cut the arguments of the Murgi mission. Do you know the Murgi mission? It is the mission whose members kill Murgis, hens, chickens, and eat them. What mission is that? Ramakrishna mission. They are not religious person. They are not even a welfare society because they will even eat cow flesh and other forbidden things. They don't want to honor the Gita. They simply give importance to bread and butter. They don't believe in God, who can give eternal bliss in heaven. They believe in bread and butter. Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj never cared for them. He was against their philosophy and activities. And he cut all their arguments. Perhaps Vivekananda had never read scriptures like Vedas, Upanishads, and Srimad Bhagavatam. His followers are only social persons. They have nothing to do with religion. Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj was fearless like a lion and he defeated all their arguments. He was in the line of our Guru Parampara. He would follow all the doctrines, all the acharanas, Vaishnava Sadachar, and Vaishnava etiquette. I have never seen him wearing so many kantimalas around his neck as some of his disciples do. We should totally follow him. We should also try to be like strong lions. He was like this. He jumped the 7 oceans from India and went to New York. What did he do there? He performed a miracle. He turned hippies into happies. They are now happy. A gang of hippies became a class of devotees. He gave a lesson to this world that even a street beggar who has very strong faith in serving his Gurudev and Radha Krishna, Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, can jump anywhere in fire over the Alps and the Himalayas, in the ocean, anywhere. He can go anywhere and Krishna will help him. Although penniless, he jumped over the ocean. Somehow he traveled on the Scindia navigation and simply chanted the holy names of the Panchatattva. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And the Mahamantra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He never took note of whether anyone was looking at him or not. We think, oh, all are seeing me. But he was never like that. Sometimes hippies used to dance to his singing. They sometimes offered him a bottle of wine or cigarettes and addressed him, oh my friend. They were very quickly attracted to him and they gradually gave up everything else. He never made any compromise, especially with the Babajis of Radhakund who speak Sahajiya philosophy. He was like my Gurudeva and his Prabhupada. Nowadays, however, so many are going to Radhakund, taking Babaji Vesha from the Babajis who are not actually following Mahaprabhu. So many ISKCON members are also doing this. What becomes of them? They will also become like those bogus Babajis. We should try to be like Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, follow his process, line and instruction. He would say that if a blind person and a lame person travel together, they can go anywhere they like. The blind person will take the lame person on his shoulders. The lame person has eyes and he will say, we should go this way and that way. The blind person will walk and the lame person will direct. The Western world is blind and India is lame. What is the meaning? India has no source of wealth to preach this mission throughout the world. It has eyes but no legs. It is so lame. America and all Western countries are very wealthy, but they have no eyes. If both combine and cooperate, we can preach this mission to the entire world. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj would say, Bombay is my office, Mayapur is my sadhana bhumi, or place of sadhana bhajan, and my home is Vrindavan. That's why he came to Vrindavan in his final days and took samadhi there, in his home. in Vrindavan, Golok Vrindavan. I don't know why he was so pleased with me that he always loved me so much. He gave me so many occasions in which I was able to fully serve him. He was very much attracted to me, and it was my good fortune that he gave me so many orders to serve him. He told me as his last service, put me in samadhi with your own hands. There were so many God brothers who were very scholarly and very high class. And there were more than 100 and very qualified GVCs and others. I had never been to university or anything like that. Still, he had so much faith in me, and therefore he ordered me in this way. And I followed his instructions. He also told me you should try to help my devotees. I brought them, but I could not train them fully due to their inability to fully accept my instructions. Then I called Tamal Krishna, Brahmananda, Bhagavan, Kirtananda, and so many others, and I told them, don't quarrel after his departure. You should not think that he will die. A guru like him never dies. He is always in this world. He is eternally present. So if you want to serve him, you should try to preach his mission all over the world as he wanted. Don't quarrel for position, name and fame, wealth or disciples. I know that after the disappearance of high class of Acharya, some quarrel, some problems come. But I think that we are qualified persons and we should therefore not quarrel for all these things. Try to give respect to all the disciples of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, regardless of whether they are senior or junior. We should be very liberal to all, then we can protect his mission. Otherwise, he can destroy his whole mission. I know that we have learned something, how to make money. I know that he has trained you all how very easily in a moment to make so much money. But I think that you will have to learn more. You will have to learn his intrinsic moods and why he descended here from the transcendental world and what was his mission was. You should try to understand that his mission was the same as that of Mahaprabhu. And they both did it through Sankirtan. Anarpita Charya Karnayo Avatar Kala. Samarpaitam Unato Jalarasam Sabhakti Sri Hari Purata Sundara Diti Kadamba Sandipita Sada Hridaya Kandare Spurata Sachinandana. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the Son of Sachi Mata, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart, resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before. The most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love. You know what kirtan is, but you do not know what real kirtan of the heart is. You do not know what the pure name is. If the pure name manifests, a man is totally changed. Love and affection comes for all, even for creepers, trees and everything else. There will be no quarreling, and then you will be Trunadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Saishnana, Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sada Hari. One should chant the name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than the straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respects to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the name of the Lord constantly. In Srimad Bhagavatam, if you do like that, then there will not be any enemies for us. If there is no enemy, then there is nothing to worry. So you can be peaceful. Okay. So then our Gurudev is telling. Then I will think that you know his intrinsic mood and you are following that. If they will honor all devotees, I think that all will return back to God. But if they are not giving honor and respect to the devotees, no one will join them. Even a dog knows. If you will call a dog, oh, come here, here, you come. All can understand. If you have bhakti in your heart and honor for all devotees. As Rupa Goswami has said, Krishneti yasha giritam manasadriyeta tikshati chet pranati bicha bhajantam isham Shrushaya bhajana vijnam ananyam anyanindadishunya vrudyam Nipsita sangalabdhya. Letter of instruction. One should mentally honor the devotee who chant the name of the Lord Krishna. One should offer humble obeisances to the devotee who has undergone spiritual initiation and has engaged in worshipping the deity. One should associate with and faithfully serve that pure devotee who is advanced in undeviated devotional service and whose heart is completely devoid of the propensity to criticize others. Nindadi Shunya Vridya. We should try to honor all according to their qualification in bhakti, and then everyone will be trained and no one will fall. Otherwise, all are going to fall down. If anyone has a strong personality like your Prabhupada, serving Gurudev and preaching like him, will be a very high class of devotee. So our Gurudev is telling this is where here in Mathura. On this day that Swami Prabhupada took the renounced order. And he preached over the entire world in a couple of years. This miracle had not been seen before. He was one of the arms of the Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada and Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur. And they predicted his coming. Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur has written, I think that within a few years, thousands of Western devotees wearing shikhas, tulsi mala and chanting Hare Krishna will join Indian devotees. Both will chant and dance together. This is what we are now seeing everywhere. So we should chant and remember in the proper line, and all other things will come automatically. The Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Radha and Krishna themselves. Mahaprabhu himself. If we are chanting and remembering with Sadachara, we will achieve the goal very soon. The Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj is showering his blessings upon all those who, although having left Krishna consciousness, are now coming again to this Krishna conscious movement. What is the real meaning of ISKCON, International Society for Krishna Consciousness? Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati. Priyatam yadi kutopi labhyate. Tatra laulyam api maulyam ekalam. Janma koti sukritir na labhyate. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds and thousands of lives. It can be attained only by paying one price, that is intense greed to obtain it. If it is available somewhere, one should purchase it without delay. If anyone is following this principle, then he is in ISKCON member in the real sense, otherwise not. So we should try to know his mood. Krishna Bhakti Rasabhavita Mati. If our hearts are saturated with the Bhakti Rasa of Vrindavan, then we are ISKCON members in the truest sense. If anyone is falling down, was never a real ISKCON member, because anyone who has a taste in Bhakti Rasa will never fall down. True ISKCON member can never fall down. So Gurudev is saying like this. Swami Maharaj is amazing. This day is very mystery, because that Swami Maharaj took sannyas, and then empowerment came, and then he preached, became an instrument. So many things. So we pray today, lotus feet of Swami Maharaj, for such a bold step. And because of him, we are all here, whether in South Africa, America, Europe, anywhere, because of his mercy. He took that bold step. And the root is our Gurudev. Of course, is instrumental. This is really amazing. When he traveled, amazing. Lifetime in preparation, East meets where like that, somewhere. So his preparation and how his travel is amazing. Who will travel couple of months in a boat? Even 1 hour in a boat, you start vomiting. Our stomach starts agitating this. But he had so much. It was pulling. He was not alone. Jai Guru Parampara. To show that Vaishnavas take so much, risk, and how much they want to help conditioned souls. We are all suffering, but we don't think that we are suffering. We are doing okay. We do not know that we are diseased. Then how treatment will come? If we first admit that we are sick, then treatment will come. If we think we are doing okay, then. So that's why Swami Maharaj is in person. Short time. But it took him many, many years of preparation. So same way, we are also should be like that, all of us. Take his mood. Yes. Haridas Thakur, see Haridas Thakur also um, very amazing. See, during early time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandit, right? Um, he was very in secret way. He was doing so many leelas. Nobody understood the Supreme Lord. But powerful Pandit, bah, no one dared to come in front of him. He would defeat. He will establish and he will defeat himself. And again establish something. Bah, everyone, learned people were mesmerized with him. They didn't want to come nearby. Such a powerful Pandit. Huh? But then, um, sometimes we also think like, oh, I know this, I know that. Then what happened? When Nimai Pandit went to Gaya and he obtained Diksha mantra from Ishvara Puripad, then he became Pandit Nimai became Bhakta Nimai. Huh? Now, Advaita Acharya. Become Bhakta. And then went away. His mother was sad, but she tolerated it. She did not say anything. because he said, "Oh, I have another son." You know, was but when his son Nimai also not giving much importance to Lakshmi Priya, spending a lot of time with Advaita Prabhu, then in her mind she's thinking, Advaita is not really Advaita. He's Dvaita, one who separates. See, he took away. In her mind, she did not say anything to anybody. Mind, first, he made my first son take sannyas. Now he doesn't want to keep the second son steady in my home. For this world is Advaita, but for me is Dvaita, Dvaita, separation. But Supreme Lord, in his Mahaprakash, 21 hours in Shiva's Angan, Srivas was telling, "Oh Lord, you are giving this amazing darshan that is source of all avatars, Narasimha avatar, Ram avatar, Varaha, to all devotees. You should show this to your mother also." Then uh, mother uh, mother was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Oh, she has done offense at the lotus feet of Advaita." Then when Advaita said, when heard this, he became, could not believe that. How is possible? Sachimata non-different from Yashoda Maya. How she can do any offense? He lost himself. He became unconscious. So Sachimata quickly went and took dust from his lotus feet because he was unconscious. Otherwise, he would not allow. Impossible. Advaita Charya would not allow. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, became very pleased and then gave his mercy to his mother. He showed. Now, in this way, our Guru is telling, see, Sachimata Vaishnavi, she didn't have that right saying that, "Oh, I'm the mother of Nimai, Mahaprabhu." But as soon as she heard that she has done offense and immediately she went and asked forgiveness. So that is a Vaishnava quality she is showing. No pride. Even though mother, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you see, he was not even willing to bless his mother unless she asked forgiveness. So, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is teaching, these are all things that we have to learn. Respect, especially devotees. So, even if they have said Hare Krishna one time, we should respect. So, that will change that person. Our business is actually changing the outlook, the mentality. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has come not to kill, not to kill. Like in the pastime of Haridas Thakur, yesterday was his appearance day. One time, this is an amazing Leela. So Lord is showing the 7 prahara, 21 hours. He called Haridas Thakur, come, Haridas, you take my darshan. Then he showed his amazing Swarupa. Then, having this darshan, he started crying. Haridas Thakur started crying. He started. Then, seeing that crying, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, Oh Haridas, more than my body, compared to my body, your body is shrestha, is more higher, is more auspicious compared to my body. So, to which caste you belong to, I also belong to the same caste. Now, why is saying this? So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur saying, see, some people, think that he's a non-Hindu. Hindu body is lower than the Brahman's body. But he is saying his vision is not proper. I'm telling in a strong way. There is no difference between your caste and my caste. Your body from all ways much better, superior to my body. So he is telling the modern Hindu, they are thinking my body is better than this Evan's body. So because of that, the Pashandi Hindus, they think they belong to this caste, caste Abhiman, intoxicated with that. And they think others are low. That is full of fault, that kind of mentality. Those, who have human body, every second they are engaging in the service of the Lord. And if they compare, his body is like that, then it is an offense. So he's saying it's like sparshamani, touchstone. Touchstone, when a iron, loha, becomes swarna, right? Gold, by touch. Same way, by the touch of bhakti, this jada, this inert deha, indriya, senses, all of this becomes transcendental. That's why one who does not know this tattva, who is blind to this tattva, they do not understand the Vaishnava Swarupa. Because of that, they treat them from the past, uh, introduction, past introduction. Then they think, birth, death, bodies, blood, bones, like that. So they do aparadha at the lotus feet of Vaishnavas. In reality, if the devotee is the resident of Vaikuntha, no matter where he stays, his body transcendental, Sachidanandamaya, that is visible everywhere. By the influence of bhakti, his body made out of these 5 elements becomes Sachidanandamaya. So such a Vaishnava's body Janma Mrityu, birth and death, that's what we call it Avirbhava and Tirobhava, appearance and disappearance. But if you think they are coming because of the karma like that, then but that is an offense, so they keep on coming to this world. They will not get liberated. Then Mahaprabhu is telling, this is amazing pastime. When the sinful Muslims, how they were giving difficulty by their very fearful ways, by remembering that, my chest started breaking pieces, started cracking in my stomach. Oh, please hear, Haridas. I am telling you the truth. When that very violent people, when they were hitting in those marketplace and then taking you everywhere, by at that time seeing that a very dangerous attack on you, I could not tolerate. I took chakra in my hand. I came from Vaikuntha to cut off all these violent people. But even though they are trying to take away your life and they were hitting to kill you, but in your mind, see, in your mind, you are praying for their welfare. You are being almost killed by them. They are trying to kill you. But on the other hand, you are praying for their welfare. And you are not thinking. What is your thinking? You are not thinking, oh, they are hitting, they are killing. No. You are thinking their welfare. So my devotees' tolerance is so high. So high. Others may think of bringing an inauspiciousness to them, but on the other hand, they They are thinking of bringing auspiciousness to those sinful people. So I wanted to release my chakra upon them, but you're praying. Oh, you're praying. Oh Lord, if I have even a little bit bhakti, even a tiny trace of bhakti, please show mercy on them. Please, don't take their offense. You're praying like, what can I do? What can I do? They were trying to kill you, but you are praying for their auspiciousness. Because of your prayer, even though I became very angry with them, my hand became, stood there. The chakra did not go. Prayer. So those very envious people, very violent people, they were not thinking of stopping this, to hitting you. They non-stop, they are hitting on your back. They are hitting back. And I saw there is no way to protect you. They are hitting on your back, and I cannot use chakra to kill them. I don't see any way to protect you. That's why what I did, I took, I laid on your back. You did, and I took all their beatings. I'm not telling the false. You can see the chinna, you can see the sign of that beating that I took on my back. See, and actually Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed this one. Haridas Thakur. Blood was coming out on the back of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now the marks of the sticks. And then Haridas Thakur Sai became unconscious. So, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Haridas, I wanted to come later, very late. I wanted to appear very late. But when I saw so many attacks on you, I could not tolerate. That's why I came very quickly, appeared very quickly. The Advaita Acharya knows this. So, it's like this. Then, it's amazing, Haridas Thakur, disappearance day was yesterday. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself took the body, danced, and then begged for his celebration, put him into Samadhi on the sea beach near Puri. Anyway, Haridas Thakur, when he heard this Lord's lotus, he fell down, he unconscious and fell down. Haridas, Haridas, get up, get up, get up. You, all your mind, filled with mind, take my darshan. By hearing that Amrutamaya, it's like Amruta his unconsciousness went away. And then he started crying. Then Haridas Thakur is praying. Now he is praying. Oh Lord, I am very, very sinful. I have no qualities. If anybody sees me, Haridas Thakur is telling, if anybody sees me, they become sinful. If anybody touch me, they have to go and immediately take bath. Oh Lord, how I'm so down, how I can glorify you. Then Haridas Thakur is saying, Oh Prabhu, you have taken one sankalpa, one determination. Those who remember you, even if they are even a small ant or worm, you will not give them up. If somebody remembers your lotus feet, even Hare Krishna, ಇದೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತು ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ. What can I do? Now, then Haridas Thakur is telling, Oh Lord, whoever remembered, you have never given. So he's giving example. For example, in that sabha, in that gathering, houseful gathering, Duryodhana, instruction of Duryodhana. Dushasana, she is trying to disrobe Draupadi, Mother Draupadi, right? So that time Draupadi, without in a helpless situation, with his karuna rasa, when she called on you, then just by remembrance, power of that, you appeared there in the form of clothes, unlimited clothes. He protected us. So, but those sinful people did not know your glories. Then one time Parvati Devi, she was attacked by the ladies who are thieves, and they're trying to eat her. They wanted to eat Dakini, like demons, wanted to eat her. Then she cried out for you. She remembered, and soon he came and protected her. Then Hiranyakashipu, when he was trying to feed poison to Prahalad, and he was trying to be bitten by the poisonous snakes, and he wanted to put him in the fire, and on his body trying to tie up a big stone, put him into the sea, and to kill him so many ways. But because remembering, you protected him. Even when Pandavas remembered you when they were in exile, You protected them from the Durvasa Muni, the fear of Durvasa Muni. So even though you protected all these people, it is not astonishing because they were all your devotees. They had love and affection for you. But the most Ashcharya, meaning very amazing thing is in the story of Ajamil. Ajamila was not a devotee, and he has done so much sin that there was no sin that he did not commit. But when he was being by the servants of Yama, then because of for the taking to seeing his children, he called the name Narayan. That time, because the helpless state of the children, and then this powerful pulling of these servants of Yama, then your pastime, your history, it came in the mind of Ajamil. But the Narayan came trying to take his son name. Even then, Narayan, from the word of Narayan, is pointing to the Lord. Because of that, the Smriti, you remember, because of that, he was saved from the Yamadutas. Oh Prabhu, he's telling Arirasta. Oh Prabhu, Ajamil, he remembered you from far away, but I don't have any qualification, even that. I'm completely without any memory of you. I cannot remember anything of you. That's why please don't give up on me. Please don't give up on me. Even though I'm not qualified at all. Say Haridas Thakur. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu taught feeling loneliness. Trunadapi Sunichana. See, Haridas Thakur is an example of that. Then Haridas Thakur is telling Lord, please ask for boon. Then what did Haridas Thakur is desiring? Tomara charan baje je sakal das, tar aveshesh jena hai mora gras. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Your servant, your devotee, who always engaged in the service of your lotus feet, that is avashishta, whatever he lives after taking his prasad, right? Let that be my food, my bhojan. That means I want to take honor the remnants of the food that been taken by your devotees. भोजी दास, भक्तों का उच्चिष्ट भोजी दास. I don't want liberation. By life after life, I want to I want to serve the Vaishnava. I want to become servant of Vaishnava. This is my desire. And then the remnants of the Vaishnavas bhojan. So, he's telling, oh my, I'm very dambika, amazing. Haridas Thakur. He is saying he's full of false ego, he's saying Dhambika, Haridas Thakur. That's why I'm asking, begging. I want to be lower than the blade of grass. I have to tolerance than the tree. And I want to beg, right? But I don't have qualification to obtain this. That's why I want the Uchishta, remnants of the world Vaishnava. So, Jai Haridas Thakur ki Jai. So, Haridas Thakur, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his many leelas are there. He delivered a prostitute. He made a prostitute a great Vaishnavi. And was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Samadhi, Then for his Viraha Mahostsava, the separation, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself was asking for alms. So, very, very touching. Yesterday was his disappearance day. हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, नाम संकीर्तन यज्ञ की जय, नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय, चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, विश्व रूप महोत्सव की जय, ताय गौर प्रेमानंदी हरि हरि बोल, क्षमा करो, दया करो, भाग रक्षा करो, विवेक और कृष्णाय कृष्ण भक्ताय. Any questions?
Any questions on question? So, for people new to Bhakti, they listen to Kirtan, they observe Ekadashi, they will be chanting, but then they will look at the acharyas from our line, and their question is Bhakti yoga teach spiritual knowledge, but then of course they're looking at the teachers from a material perspective, and they will be people who believe in Bhakti yoga, maybe this person has a heart problem, that person has other kinds of health problem. Like if we're not even healthy in our bodies, how are we going to do well in the spiritual world? It's like something like that. Like a lot of people ask this question, but I don't know how to counter it. So I just wanted to, because they have yoga power, so they can see a picture and they'll be like, okay, this teacher has that problem, that teacher has mobility problem. Then, um, like they just feel like we don't focus like body health, but then body is also a temple, so um, they feel like we kind of ignore that part and just focus more on favor and love and affection. Yeah.
See, like in this pastime, I was saying, the Vaishnava body is transcendental. Yeah. The yogis, like remember I was telling, especially this Ashtanga yoga, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Actually the goal is bhakti there, unless it turns into bhakti is useless. But they have this abhiman, oh, I'm healthy, I'm becoming this. They will have some, like as you were saying, some siddhis, like they can read the mind of others, no doubt. That ability, they will get it. But there is only subtle mind, material mind, So that will reinforce that I'm this body. Even whatever they try to do, they cannot stop becoming old. And eventually disease will come and all that, But the understanding that I'm different from this body, you see, about the science of the soul, Atma Vijnana, they don't have it, That's why they mistake. Every time, every day our body is dying, It's not that death is going to come one instant, It's already dying. Every day, cells are changing, dying. Billions of cells are being, dying, and they're being born also. But gradually, you can see the path. No longer, but the difference is fear. See, fear of future. Oh, I'm going to die, or even though they might claim that, oh, I'm fearless. They might say, but in their inner chamber of heart, because there is no devotion, no connection with the Supreme Lord, no Atma Tattva. No, like I was telling, the 8 qualities of the soul, they don't know. And they think that I'm this body strong, this, that, like that, they misunderstand. The devotees they may go through like what apparently is sick and this and that, but that is not really sickness. It is showing they are indifferent to the body, health of the body, because they know it is not body. So too much care for the body, they are not interested. It's a waste of time. Of course, we should try to do minimum to take care of the body, because only when you are healthy, you can chant. That is there, you can do seva. But not too much. That should not be the primary. See, this is thing. Primary and secondary. Our primary is the bhakti, right? The soul's, the healthy state of soul, right? What needs to be done? What needs to make our soul happy? So engage in service. And then secondary is the health of the body. But their focus is health of the body and even not even secondary, I doubt very much. Even if they accept soul, but it becomes secondary, I so that is the thing. That is the difference. If the soul is happy, then body is automatically happy. Even it's only by experience you can tell. Suppose you are fasting on Ekadasi, if you are happy, so you'll be happy. Your body will not feel any tiredness or anything like that. You'll have more energy and all that. This they don't understand. First of all, they don't fast on Ekadasi. This is the problem. So that's why you have to inspire them to knowingly, unknowingly, whatever reason they have to fast on Ekadasi. Okay? Because they have to do something tyaga, they have to sacrifice something for the Lord to get His mercy. So sacrifice is not there. If their focus is health, what is it? This body is doomed to die. Is there any yogi, any person who is lived forever? They can quote, oh, somebody 1,000 years, 5,000 years. Okay, that is very rare. Even then, so they are actually those great souls they are quoting, they are actually not pure yogis. They are also some bhakti is there. Somehow they are. So this is the like they see dead body. Dead body is there. Everybody has seen it. They say, oh, he has gone. She has gone. She left. Oh, okay. Now, body is there. Who is gone? Or, who is gone? See, that thing. They say out of body. That is only subtle body going out. But subtle body also is the power because of the presence of soul. Subtle body is also kind of imprisonment. So, Atma Tattva and Paramatma, Bhagavan. So they are far away from Bhagavan. First of all, if you accept soul, then Paramatma, then Brahman, everywhere, Bhagavad Dharma is what? That's what it is. No matter what it is the devotees respect all, they see their worshipable Lord in the atom, between the atom, in the heart of everybody. That's why we give respect, honor to their level of bhakti. So we feel we keep ourselves lower than everybody. So that is the difference between them and us. They have got abhiman. Oh, I'm healthy. See, healthy means what? Relation to body. But see, that's the thing. Health meaning it should refer to the Atma also. And also, not just this body and then subtle body, to the Atma. So that's what I think they're missing. So they will not, so what to do? You have to, that's why Haridas Thakur, the way he was praying, Haridas Thakur, you think they will pray like that? Haridas Thakur was beaten to be there, wanted to kill him. But he is asking, Lord, you show mercy on them. Please, mercy on them. Don't try to chastise them. Don't kill. If you have a little bit of devotion, please protect them. Don't kill. See, you think that compassion will come for them? See, that is the difference. that compassion, because Haridas Thakur is saying them as the soul, not as the body. See, he was tested by a prostitute. Middle of the night is coming, and he is telling, "Please stay. I will fulfill your desire." But what to do? I have this one sankalpa I made. I want to chant, complete the 3 lakhs chanting. Please, yeah. See, he knew, even though she has a ulterior desire in a mind of prostitute, right? She was being paid to, bring the name down. But he knows, Haridas Thakur recognized she is a pure soul. Or the soul desire is to serve the Lord. But it is forgotten, Now identifying with this body. I'm a prostitute. I'm a yogi, this, that, I'm American, like that. But the devotee sees that, pure devotee sees that is misidentification and is still saying, I will fulfill your desire. He is telling the fulfill the desire means what? Not your mind, our mind, our soul's desire. See, our soul's desire. See, and finally, what happened? He was successful. Second day she came. He asked forgiveness from her. Please forgive me. Yesterday I could not fulfill your desire. Today I will desire. I will fulfill. Please wait. Because he knew if as long as she is hearing the pure Naam, she will change. Her all dirt will go away. And it happened. She gave up her, and she felt bad about it. Oh, I'm so sinful. See, will those yogis or will they have that capacity to change themselves? Saying, can they give up drinking coffee, tea? I'm talking. I don't know. They might have healthy habits. There's no doubt about it. Healthy to what? To body, not to the soul. See, there's a big difference. But what to do? To convince them is so you have to do trick. Like mother, parents make a trick to give diseased son. Oh, you take directly medicine, they don't take. Okay. They put it in some sweet halwa. Oh, it tastes very sweet. You take it. Along with that, they gave. So you have to be intelligent. That's what devotee is intelligent to giving this medicine. Hey, you'd say Hare Krishna, Hare Bol, even unknowingly if they say, unknowingly if they, fast, get benefit, and they will change their attitude, So yoga is also one form of boga lalase, siddhi lalase, mukti lalase. That's why these 3 things we consider as a, pisachi, meaning ghost, enjoying tendency, So yoga is also like that. They want to they want to merge in. See, basically that's what it is. So they want to give up. Eventually, that's what it leads to. Health-wise. So the goal of yoga is actually pure devotion. But what is their goal? I want to be healthy. I want to be this, that. So it's very unfortunate. What can you say? That's why they misunderstand Vaishnavas. And the Vaishnavas, of course, we have to be careful also. See our habits, like we have to be careful about our habits. So that's why you have to somehow actually yoga meaning yama niyama. In this yama niyama itself comes ekadasi. Only thing is they're not taught like that. This is the problem. They're not taught like that. So that's why if we devotees become yoga teachers, if you little twist and then tell them, you have to follow Ekasi, Chaturmasya, study Gita, then yoga should lead to pure devotion, bhakti yoga. If yoga does not lead to bhakti yoga, it's simply waste, bodily consumption. That's why yama niyama, it reinforces, oh, I'm dharmishta, I'm following religion. So I'm kind, this and that, it comes, relation to body. But we have to transcend. That's why these gunas, mode of goodness, you have to overcome the mode of passion and ignorance. And again, goodness you have to overcome, otherwise binding. This is what is happening. These people are maybe in the goodness, very difficult. That's also binding. They have to cross over that. See? So that is another step. Only by association of devotees, and then little bit of effort from their part, that is possible. So I appreciate your trying, right? Keep trying.
Thank you very much, Gurudeva.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Gurudev, Dandavat. Ananga Mohan Prabhu has a question, Maharaj. Ananga Mohan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranams, Guru Maharaj. My question is regarding now in this time we will be observing Pitar Paksh. Yes. How should we actually observe it, Gurudev?
Best is that you make a vow that I will do this coming Ekadasi properly and offer that fruit to them. Of course, the externally like you can make a feast, offer it to the Supreme Lord, and then offer it to the Pitrus. That's one way, Then at the same time, you offer your Ekadasi, fruit of your Ekadasi to the forefathers. That way, many 8, 10, forefathers, they go to, they will go to the Supreme Lord. So, see this, like you can see in the Bhagavatam, Rukmangada, story of Rukmangada, Dharmangada. The whole Yama, the hellish planet became desert. In other words, nobody was there. There was no work for Yama because nobody came. And who were there, they were also elevated because of the power of Ekadasi. 10 generations like that with power. So that is the best thing. But what to do, they don't understand. But if you are, it depends on your way. If you are trying to preach others, or neighbors, or your relatives, somebody, you can educate them. This is what it is. Offering them the prasadam, Vaishnava, prasada, Mahaprasad. Prabhu Sakshat Darshan, Prakashad Ananda Jana Samarasya Pradhan Darshanat Parata. So we can see Haridas Thakur was praying, "Oh Lord, I want the remnants of the devotees." So the prasad has that very, very powerful. Generally, they offer it to the demigods, and it becomes a show. Either they are benefited, nor their forefathers. Nobody. It becomes a show. So the real thing is the please the Supreme Lord. If you please the Supreme Lord, then He will deliver everybody, your forefathers and all that. That's why Prahlad Maharaj is saying, because you have become devotee, forget about your father. He was asking for the deliverance of his father. Oh Lord, he has done offense to me and also to you. Please forgive him. What will happen? What? 21 generations will be delivered. So the real Pitru Paksha is actually to become devotee of the Lord. Then your 21 generation is finished. At least 14 generation, Madhyamadika. 7 generations, one a Kanishta Bhakta. So that's the thing. Real Pitru Paksha. So you have to combine both. You do offer to the Supreme Lord, offer it to forefather. Otherwise, people think, hey, he has become crazy, or but at the same time, like transcendental. See, what they follow is Laukika, mundane Pitru Praksha, following Pitrus, right? But ours is transcendental Pitru Praksha, delivering. Deliverance of what? Their soul. Even if they go to heaven, it is a hellish there. They are not happy there. Indra himself is not happy. Then how anybody else will be happy? See, so this is a misunderstanding. So I hope you understood this, what I'm saying.
Yes, Gurudev. I just want some little bit more clarification. Like, normally they give tarpan, water, for the forefathers. Can we do that, or is it?
Say again.
Normally they do also like tarpan. We offer like tarpan, like water to the forefathers.
Right. The tarpan is the water that is offered to the Lord. Because you see, the tarpana is they don't get anything there, generally. Now, of course, it depends upon the level where they are. But whatever you offer, it must be offered to the Lord. You see. So, and pray for them. Oh Lord, let them become devotees. Please. Wherever they are going to be born, let them be born, become devotees family. It doesn't matter, even if they are born as animals in a devotee's family, they will be blessed. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, even a dog in my devotee's house is very dear to me. So, because devotees, how they have compassion, real compassion for them. They give prasadam. That's what I keep telling, dog, don't give dog food to the dogs, okay? Give them fruits, And we had one dog in Malaysia, papaya. It is to papaya, And then in Florida, I told devotees, on Ekadasi day, give them some nuts, fruits to the dog. Don't give them, these doggy foods, rice and all. They will be happy. Because every soul wants to, do some service to the Lord. They are crying, whether it's dog body, human body, or anything. And background, they are crying. On the outside, they are making a show. Oh, I am this, I am that, I am this. But actually, the soul is crying. We can hear their crying, others they may not. So that's why you see, our Gurudev, I remember, I don't know, if the pure Nam manifests, then you will have love for all the creatures. You see, automatically. You will not disrespect anyone. You will have automatically, everybody is included. Because everybody is, Lord is staying. So the love for the Lord is there. Because they are with the Lord, love for them also will be there. See, love with all my heart, soul, right? Love thy neighbor. See, loving the Lord and loving the neighbor, it cannot be separated. But they have not understood that. So Vancha kalpaturu vyasya kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namah. Dandavat pranam. Hare Krishna.
Dandavat pranams, Gurudev. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear devotees, for staying with us and going on. So we'll go on to Shri Radha Krishna Bhajan with Jugala Kishora Kishori Devidasi Mataji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dana Pranam, dear devotees. So it's page 123, Radha Krishna Pranam more. Radha Krishna Pranam more.